boy, Sim in the building once again, chilling. I you gotta excuse me because I just got into this heated debate with a female, a black lady. She's much older than I am. She's like what, 47, 48 years old. Hold up, I got one of my boa constrictors is over here. Come here, bring your little behind over here. I'm gonna hold you. Yeah, he's crawling around and stuff. Well, look, I was gonna do some other videos on different things on this crab gardening project I got going on in the community right now, and I was gonna speak a little bit about global warming and I had some real good videos, man, on just community development, but I just got sidetracked by this female. We just had a conversation that everybody talks about on their page, and I've just never heard anybody come up with this rebuttal. But I guess this is how a lot of women are feeling. But as far as the so-called educated brother, well, they call him the educated lame. So he basically was turned down because while he was so busy working on providing an education for himself and providing a future, something substantial for him and the family that he was going to have, while he was doing all of that and he wasn't getting picked. Okay, so the reason why he was not getting picked, or even right now, like the successful professional brothers, a lot of these women, they don't mess with these guys, and they still show their love and their heart and affection to the Jamals and the Tyrones and the Pookies. The reason why is because these men show an appreciation for them, and they are more affectionate, and they're just basically in tune with them emotionally. I said, hold on, no, bitch, please get the fuck out of here with that shit. You know damn well these niggas don't give a fuck about y'all. Like my homeboy said on his channel, man, how these thugs, they come over, they don't even take off their clothes. They just pull their pants down halfway and just run up in it, and they gone. They running off into something else. And these niggas spend a lot of time with you guys emotionally. And she says because, a lot of black men are so busy focusing on, these professional men. They're so focused on being successful and shit, that's why these women are not faithful. Because they're not in tune with them emotionally. I'm like, oh, get the fuck out of here. Please. Other races of men understand that, in order to move up as a group of people or even as a family structure, you have to take in work. You have to go out there and compete. So you mean to tell me it's wrong for this dude to compete? That's some black woman shit for you right there. Not all black women, but that is some fucking ratchet ass shit. And in every single sentence, she ended it off with motherfucker this, motherfucker that. And she's older than I am, And then she directed me to another YouTuber, and she has a video, and we listened to one video, and I just got a headache. I was like, oh, fuck no. I can't believe this woman is this old talking like this. I mean, seriously. I understand that a lot of black women, due to single parenting and, based off of having to work or even getting government assistance, you had to provide for your own household. No father in the house. You had to support and raise the kids by themselves. And, you wonder why a lot of these guys, they're pissed off and they're upset. Like they say, oh, yeah, when I was in high school and college, I wasn't getting picked, And I wasn't getting picked because I wasn't cool enough. That's what it was. I mean, this is on the initial. This is not even in a relationship. This lady says, oh, well, you can tell the married black men, they understand that you have to get in tune with the woman emotionally. You just can't focus on finances. That's why, the more successful brothers aren't getting married, and it is the lower class thugs and the pookies that are getting married. What the fuck? No, these pookies are getting married because they basically don't have anything to support themselves. They need these fucking women. And that's why you women are fucking choosing them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, serious shit. And you just don't want to be honest with the shit. So you want to, and the best thing about it is you actually got women who have YouTube videos and they promote this shit. So when I promote my shit, when I put mines up here, I am not gonna say, oh, all black women are bad and black men. No, there are some fucking black men that I don't fuck with, and there are some black women that I don't fuck with. I'm trying to make everybody the same, so that we can operate on one accord. But you got women like this, and they just filled with so much fucking hate, and you can just tell by the way she spoke. You can tell that she comes from an impoverished environment. She comes from an abused relationship. She has 2 kids, and she's sitting there, yeah, because these motherfuckers ain't real men. Well, what type of men are you talking about? Just because they have college degrees and just because you have your own condo, it doesn't make you, real man. And a lot of these motherfuckers, they get older. They get like 35, 36 years old, and they want to date some fucking 19-year-old girl. Now, see, that is fucked up. I agree. That shit is fucked up. Like for me, for instance, like I am a single man, no kids, successful, have a career, but I would never, ever, ever consider dating anyone that age. I have nieces that age. You know what I'm saying? I got a niece that's 23. She's 24 now. I like my oldest niece is 24 years old. I could never do that. But it's sad. It's sad that I run into a lot of women who are over the age of 25 and they have kids. For a black woman to not have children, to be a single mother with no kids, that shit is rare. And then she made the statement that a lot of brothers who, have these YouTube pages and shit, when she goes to their pages, a lot of them are ugly. Well, I mean, I don't judge men, but I tell you one thing, I don't have my face up, but I really do want to have my picture up and my face up. But there's a couple reasons why I don't put my face on. Reason number one, and it's the most important reason. Reason number one is I don't have enough people to have my back. I don't have enough black people to, have my back as far as like, just say like the president, for instance. Whenever the president goes to speak and he's on State Street in front of the Capitol and he's speaking, you can see the snipers in the skyscrapers around. You can see, snipers on the roof. You can see the protection. You can see the bodyguards and the, the mass amount of security that's around them. If I'm going to speak about some of this shit, if I'm going to speak and I'm talking about not taking sides, like just speaking the God honest, blunt truth, and just putting the logistics behind it, I need protection. I need a group of people to say, you know what, no, this motherfucker is speaking the real. We're not going to allow anybody to touch this guy. And I mean, that's just like Farrakhan. Farrakhan, nobody can touch Farrakhan. Farrakhan is protected. And you got other guys that's on YouTube who, they might be in another country, so you can't touch them. There's all other things. And another reason why is because I have another YouTube page. I have a YouTube page that I actually show my face on. And that one, it's not really pertaining to the black community. But eventually, for this one, I do want to show my face. Please believe, I really do. I want to show my face on it so bad, and just so you guys could have an idea, because I mean I'm not an ugly guy. I'm not. I've had like various races of people to tell me, like, first of all, I'm dark skinned, and my nose isn't broad. I don't have a large bell pepper nose. I have a moderate nose. I don't have a slopey nose like a white guy or anything like that. I have a very handsome nose. And a very, very set of lips that are very nice. Excuse me, I'm holding my snake here, and he's climbing all up my neck. But I have great features. I mean, I even had a white dude, no homo. I mean, he's not even a gay guy, but he's a white dude. He's married to a black woman, highly successful. She's highly known in the city, for her occupation and her, business status. But I mean, he even said it like, man, you have, real, strong, great features for, a black man. Like, even your eyes and shit. Like, I don't have hazel eyes or anything like that. But, my eyes are beady and, I mean, my features are all there. You know what I'm saying? Like I have great features for, so I don't fall into the old fucked up stereotype. And even with the dreads that I have, like I have women approach me all the time, like, man, thank you for just keeping your hair up. I mean, you ought to see a lot of these guys, their hair is never done right. I try to change the stereotype, or at least be the best type of person I can be, even with the work and the sacrifices that I make. But I know for a fact, like niggas like me, um, I can't just fuck around and just say, oh, well, let me go ahead and, just choose this fucking black girl, despite the kids that she has, or even the one kid, just knowing, because I mean, I know females. I know females with one kid, but they still fucking around with all of these niggas. And then I get into some personal stories. Maybe on another video, I might try to slip them in there with the points that I'm gonna make. But I tell you, I got a lot of women who outright tell me, yeah, I can't mess with a guy like you because you're just too successful, or you don't have any kids, and I generally, take a stronger relationship, or I would consider a stronger relationship with a guy who has kids, and I can respect that. Before a woman to say, "Oh, I want a guy with no kids. He has to have a college education, has 2 cars and a house," no, that is wrong. That is fucked up. And you can't blame a lot of these. Going back to with this fucking woman shit, you cannot blame a lot of these guys for saying, "Okay, well, let me go ahead and be successful and work on, just providing for me and my potential family." But in the meantime of him doing this, the same women who want him later on are the women who are making families early with these unproductive ass fucking men. And this lady had the nerve to say, like, well, I mean, you guys need to come back and help clean it up because that's what real leaders do. No. Because, I mean, you got everybody eating off of this man's work. And even me as a black man, going back to the black community, I have to deal with the same shit. I got to deal with the Laquandas and the Keisas and the Tasas. Fuck, I'm dealing with them right now. Okay? I'm dealing with them now. And I'm dealing with them in a way where I'll tell you a story, and this girl has a ghetto name. You know what I'm saying? We cool. We ain't fucking around, but we real cool. You know what I'm saying? And I consider her like, one of the homies. But she has 2 boys, and I mean, I care for these boys a lot. I put them under my wing. One of them is 10, and the other one is 7. I put them under my wing, but I'm not messing with this girl. Would I ever fuck her? No. One, I'm not sexually attracted to her, and 2, it's not morally right for me to fuck around with them like that. Like to mess with his mom and knowing, now that his mom is getting older and older, and she's getting less attractive, and she wants to settle down and have a relationship. How do I look doing that? I don't spend a lot of time talking to a lot of people, and I just try to keep it real strict and keep it professional and like high and by now when it comes to a lot of people, especially if you're not talking about anything productive. I just can't deal with it. So when it comes down to a lot of black women, I'm getting into the personal shit real quick, because when it comes down to a lot of black women, when they see that, and I don't even have to tell these women. I don't know what degree of black consciousness this is, but I've had it happen to me quite a few times. Like I don't care about how many kids these women have. I don't care how good they look. And maybe that's why I got friends that are strippers and exotic dancers. Cause I don't care. I don't fuck with them like that, because I know what type of female I want. And if I slip and fall and fuck around with these women, then I know. I already know. You falling into the trap, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you have this plan, and nobody's not really gonna take you serious with this plan if you fuck around and you mess with these women. Not only that, you just don't want to get yourself caught up. So I have them. They tell me their whole life story. I don't know if y'all can hear my snake hissing in the mic, but man, you can yeah. I wonder if you can hear this nigga hissing. Man, this is crazy, man. This is crazy. I mean, you can tell a lot of these women where they come from when they speak. You know, and one lady, she's doing it just to get YouTube views, man. You know, black men, da, 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 black men, da, da, da. Knowing damn well these black men are not the ones on YouTube reading this shit. I said it before. They looking at a Young Thug video. They looking at you know, some Lil Wayne video. They probably at the South by West concert or something like that. They doing something else. They're not looking at these videos. And I mean, and so if when you post that shit, the only black men that are going to your shit is the educated ones, the ones who have fucking woke up, the ones who have jobs, the ones who are supporting their families, you know, or single with no kids at the very least, like myself. You know, these motherfuckers are going there checking this stuff out, and this is what they're seeing. So, you know, for you to be, I assume for you to be as intelligent as you are, for you to keep posting this shit. Black men this, black men that, black men this, without just explaining. Okay, educated thugs, you know, or not educated thugs, but educated lames, or you know, this nigga, that nigga, you know, it's just black men. Period. As if there aren't any good black men out there. Sad. And you know, somebody else made the comment like black men aren't getting on YouTube and saying, well. You know, black women are disgusting, yada yada yada. Like they're not outright saying it. They all of these videos that I see, and even mine, they all are all on a response level. It's more like, you know, this is what the women are saying, and this is how it really is. That's exactly what I did. It's exactly what I did. But she's all on her YouTube channel. Yeah, these motherfuckers, you know, they talk about, you know, how, you know, they're the real man and all of that shit. Them motherfuckers ain't no real man. You know, like, please. And then she said, she's like, at the same time telling all the sisters to go over to go over to white men. Like, you know, these white men don't get tired of them, or they don't see these black women as fetishes. You know what I'm saying? And then what is the ratio of white men just looking for black women? You know, and why are they just looking for black women? You see what I'm saying? And I don't advocate men going outside of their race, dating other races. I don't advocate that shit at all. Because I don't like seeing a lot of my brothers with these overweight white women. I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? Not that I have anything against overweight white women. Because I have some overweight white women friends that I know that I am acquainted with, but I've never fucked them before. You know, just never gotten around to that level. Just never attracted me to fucking go there. They're just not my ideal female that I would want to deal with. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, if we talking, you know, keeping our group intact and keeping the stereotype, you know, not making it even worse than what it is. Man, get here, throw your ass on the couch. Not making it worse than what it is.